Well, we can get started, I guess. Hey, you guys, welcome back. I hope you all had a really great weekend. Right? Well, anyways, before we start, I want to take care of address a few housekeeping items. Right. Well, first of all, we actually got t-shirts this year, so that's great. If you could get your money in to our treasurer, Stacy, by Friday, I would really appreciate it. I think you'll really like them. They're lavender, so, and we worked really hard on the design and all. Oh, and they're $15. Thanks, you guys. Stacy. Anyway, I guess that's actually the only, right, so, looking at Friday's minutes, I would like to continue our discussion of Christopher Nolan's Inception. Guys, come on. Just briefly, I would quickly like to recap our discussion of Inception. And I'm the president, so we're going to do it for a minute, I guess. But before we do that, I need to bring up, well, actually, I'm just gonna say it. I have to make an announcement. I respect each of you. And I love this club. And I made it because I wanted a place to go. Not to exist, but somewhere to go. And somewhere to want to go. And plan to go and look forward to going. And not like as escapism, or at least not totally, but as, you know, like when you go somewhere on vacation and you learn all about that culture and the art and the food and just the perspectives of other people, and you get home, but all that stuff is still in your mind and it changes you a little bit. And you keep doing that every time you go somewhere new. And you end up at the very end of your life as like an old guy, but you have this big, humongous mind and a good, unique perspective and encouragement and just information, I guess. Information you didn't have before. Experiences that you didn't have before. Well, I wanted this club to be like a vacation you can take, but 3 times a week. And we can watch all kinds of movies, films, I guess, sorry, and learn from them and hear each other's opinions and have theories and stuff, but mostly just get information. I thought it would be just cool. And it is cool. It's cool, but well, let's just get into it. We left off last week with a pretty heated argument about the ending. There was sort of a group who argues that he was still in one of the tiers of the dream and that the top was still spinning and the whole thing was like an exercise in catharsis or healing or something. And now he'll want to wake up and come back to his kids. And the other group was like, no way. You can see it start to wobble at the end, which means it's going to fall and it's not a dream and he is with his kids already, happily ever after, bye-bye. Well, it's okay and everything to have different opinions, but you can't just act like your opinion is the answer given by God and or Christopher Nolan himself all the time. I guess, I mean, honestly, even just in terms of the structural world of the movie film, you guys have it all wrong either way, because the fact is, even if we did see the top fall, he could still be in a dream, because you're not supposed to let other people touch your totem, and he did. And no one's supposed to know how it works, but everyone knows how a top works. And on top of all of that, both the dream builder and his dead wife both know how his specific totem works. I guess the point I'm trying to make is the totem is unreliable, just like Cobb is unreliable. And you're not really supposed to trust anything he says, or really anything the movie says, I guess. Just how it makes you feel. It's the same as any movie or film. You need to but actually, you know what, it's not. And that's what's so cool about it. Yeah, the movie is about the act of inception, but all inception really is on a technical level is planting an idea and then hoping that that person's personal experiences, expectations, and perspectives lead them to the conclusion that you want them to conclude. And what's cool is that's what Christopher Nolan did to us. He's not going to tell us his opinion on the ending because it doesn't even matter at all. It's like with Cobb, he built the world, but now it's out of his control. It's up to the audience. We decide if it's a failed mission or not. But I guess that's sort of a tangent, because all I really wanted to say, or I guess felt like I needed to as the president, is instead of taking the time to focus on actual hints and the clues and the cutscenes from the screenplay, or actually even just from the movie as a whole, I guess I'm just a little disappointed because you guys just picked which answer you wanted and then went with it without looking at the information to back it up. You guys yelled at each other, for hours while I sat in the back of the room taking minutes. And none of you could stop yelling for long enough to notice that every single one of you were missing the whole entire point. The point of why we made a club, the point of why we do all of this research, the reason we're paying $15 whole for a purple t-shirt with a picture of a TV with googly eyes. I'm not trying to be, it's just, we used to be here to listen to other people and have a productive conversation and maybe learn something. And it's just, that's not what we're doing anymore. All we know how to do to each other is scratch and tear relentlessly at the foundations of people's earnest and honest opinions and erode it until it just collapses on top of you. And then after all that digging, we have the audacity to be surprised when it falls. So I guess I wasn't clear exactly, but yeah, I am officially stepping down as the Clearing Middle School Film Club president. I really don't want to. I don't know if this means I'm out of the club. I get it, I guess, but I don't know. I just, like I said, this started out as a bunch of vacations, but it's turning into a bunch of battles, a war. I don't know. Okay, that's extremely dramatic. Maybe it's not a war. Maybe this is just reality. And I wanted the dream.